Hello, viewers. Welcome to Kboxtv. It's your boy Kofi Jr. And today we're here with the legend himself, guys. He's done a lot of things in this. I mean, as far as boxing is concerned, he's done and he's been there. I'm talking too much. It's always great when I have a legend on the show. I feel humbled and I feel so happy when I have people like that on the show. And today we have the brother of Zab Judah, who's Daniel Judah on the show. Like I said, we've been communicating with Robert to try to get him on the show, and finally we have him here. So let me not waste the time. Let me just bring him on it right soon. All right. So hi, Daniel.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing, man?
We're good. We're good.
Good,
How you also
good.
doing?
I'm doing good, man. Good to see you. Thanks for having me on the show.
Uh,
Thanks to Robert too. Thanks, Robert.
right, right. We are very privileged and very humbled to have you on the show. So all right. So great. We have you back. Guys, this is Daniel Judah that we've been watching on TV for a very long time. And today he himself is here, and then we'll get to know more about him. So, Daniel, again, welcome to Kbox TV again.
Thanks for having me, man. Thank you.
Right. So, I mean,
Thank you.
Daniel, what made you want to do boxing?
Basically, it was in the blood because my father he a fighter and my mother she's a natural fighter by heart, and it was in the blood. But really, what made me want to box was watching my father kickbox. My father's a undisputed kickboxing world champion. I think he's like a 5-time world champion, 6-time world champion in
Yeah.
kickboxing, and he's a black belt. He's a what is it? He's a 7-degree black belt in
Okay.
jiu-jitsu, and just basically watching him coming up, growing up, watch my dad. I wanted to box, you know.
Oh, okay, great. So yours wasn't like the people that say, oh, maybe they were aggressive or something. Yours was because it was in the blood.
It was in the blood. Yeah, it was in the blood. No doubt, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? It's in the bloodline. You know?
Right, right, right. Did you have some amateur experience before turning pro? Because most of the fights that we watch you were during your amateur your professional time.
Yes, I had some amateur experience. Definitely. Um, I was a 2-time Golden Glove champion.
Okay.
Um, I didn't win the nationals, but I won everything else but the nationals. But I got
Okay.
ranked in the country, and I took a lot of road trips. I went on trips in 4 different states and 4 different countries outside of the country. I went over to England. I went to Puerto Rico. You know what? I was pretty good as an amateur. I wasn't bad.
Right,
Wasn't
right.
bad. You know.
So after all the amateur experience, right, and then you
Hmm.
turned professional, you made a
Hmm.
debut in 1999. The
Right.
the
Right.
first time you mounted a ring, I mean, in a professional ring, how was the feeling like?
It was first. It was first. I was like, yo. I was like, damn. I'm here in the big league. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, I'm in the big league. And I was like, yo, oh, now it's showing. It's time to go in here and show and prove and just have some fun. You know. And
Right.
that's what I was doing when I first started out. I was happy. I was like really. I was like not a baby, but I was like more like being nurtured because Zad was my brother, so I had
Yeah.
some kind of leeway. I had some kind of
Right.
leeway.
Right. Right.
I had some kind of advantage that other people didn't have. I had a close relative close to
Right.
me that
Right.
was world champ. That was well, not champion yet, but he was a dynamic amateur, a hell of a amateur superstar, and
Right.
just like being his brother. I saw so much, I heard so much,
Mm,
but I've seen
mm,
a lot rather
mm.
than I've seen a lot rather than here. So I was around when stuff was happening and going down. I was there. I was there.
Right.
You
Right.
know.
Great. Um, many of us in Africa got the opportunity to watch the fight. Your fight against Glenn Johnson. It was one of the fights that as soon as you mentioned Daniel Judah, they will go like, yeah, that fight. I mean, Glenn Johnson. it's one of the fights that many people here remember you for. And of course, I know you went on to fight Julian and then Eric Harden and Daniel Wilson and all those guys. I mean, all those fights that you had, right? Which of them,
Mhm.
like the up to date, you have it on your head? You go like, wow, this was a very good fight.
It was when you, if you're gonna ask me about the caliber, like the caliber of fighters I fought was real
Yeah,
fighters. That was real fighters, not
right.
not no pushovers. You know what I'm saying? I fought some
Mm,
real fighters. Like my
mm.
first real experience that I fought was a guy from Philadelphia called Eric Harden.
Eric Harden,
Eric Harden, and
right?
he was he wasn't hard. It was the fact that he was well conditioned. He was
Mm,
experienced.
mm,
That was something I didn't have.
mm.
But I throughout it all, brother, to keep it
Mm.
100, I thought I won the fight. To
Okay,
be honest,
okay,
yeah, I was like what 20 and 0, 20 and 0, or 21 and 0, and I got my first loss from Eric Harden,
okay.
and I realized that showed me that you just can't be um, you just can't be so into your own. You have to be more than training. You got to do more than train to become a
Mm.
superstar. You got to do more than train. And at that time, I wasn't doing that. At that time, I
Okay,
was just training, and maybe just that was it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't training like 3, 4 times a day, like so many superstars I had, like Eric, like Errol Spence or Floyd Mayweather, or
mm.
people from people who got money. You could do what you want. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? You could
right.
train when you want, as many times as you wanted a day, and because you got money, you could do it. But I didn't have the money like that. But still, I was okay, but I wasn't okay. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it was like I was happy, but I wasn't happy.
Mm, mm. And there was one of your loss that I mean, you had an injury, like you had a serious injury. I mean, could you tell us about that fight?
Yeah. Well, basically, um, I had a shoulder injury. My left
Okay,
shoulder popped out, and it popped out in the amateurs. I got surgery in the amateurs. I had surgery or whatever. I'm fighting Donald Wilson. I'm beating me. Me and Donald Wilson. We having a good fight. Then
okay.
all of a sudden, I throw my left hand again. It came out. I said, mother. I said, yo, what's going on? My shoulder was killing me. I couldn't continue. It was like,
Oh,
yo, I couldn't continue. It was like, yo, I can't get a break. I can't get a break.
mm,
I was I
mm,
was I was pissed because I wanted to fight. I know the fans came there to see me fight and to see
mm,
me win, and I was doing that. But then my shoulder popped out. I couldn't
mm.
believe it. I don't know if Don hit me in the shoulder, or I don't know if I just threw it. You know what I'm saying? But
Right,
it was a rough physical fight.
right, 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 right. I can see the emotions in your eye. I think I feel like you wish you could have finished the fight.
Yeah,
Because
I
I could
do.
see in your eyes that you like even from now, like we are talking about it now. I can even see the emotions and how you were talking about it.
Right, right. Most definitely, man. It was one of those fights that I needed to win to get back on top, and I didn't win. I didn't
Mm,
win. You know.
mm,
But I'm not gonna lie. That was one fight. I had a couple of fights that could have got me right there,
mm,
and then some of the fights was made a draw, but it wasn't a draw. I figured like I was fighting against the opponent and the
mm.
promoter because I
Right.
wasn't I wasn't signed with a promoter at the
Mm,
time. I was just
mm.
fighting whoever, and I felt like I was just being used. I was being used, and
Right.
I didn't like that, man. I didn't like that at all.
Overall, of a career, there was some two high points of it where you became the U.S. Cruiserweight champion,
Right,
and then you
right, right,
went on to become the IBF International Light Heavyweight champion.
right.
Those two titles or those wins that you had in your career, how do those?
Mhm.
What does it mean, or what up to date? What does it mean to you? Like,
I mean, first of all, it means a lot coming from this family. Um,
mm,
coming from my dad, he was a kickboxing champion. Plus, he was a boxing champion. But
mm,
he didn't fight for the belts when he was doing the boxing. But more or
mm,
less, he was a kickboxing champion,
mm,
a fighter at heart. And then down the line, my brother Zab, he did his thing.
right.
I'm me. That put the pressure on me to go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
try to fill the shoes back up.
Mm.
Try to fill the space back up to where
Mm.
they had it. They had their shoes made already. I was trying
Right.
to just I was just trying to prove something to myself. I could do
Mm.
it. And I
Mm.
could do it, but it was just something was just holding me back. It wasn't time for me to do it. I don't know. You know,
Mm.
it was like I was right there by the door, but I didn't open.
Mm. Right. Right.
You know?
Right. Right. So, I mean, you mentioned Errol Spence and some few fighters, Mayweather and all that. I mean, and then the fact that you also didn't have a promoter that would help you, and in a way that you could also pick and choose and, build your career to the way you had wanted it to be. But
Right.
looking at boxing now and your time when you were actively fighting, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what has changed?
Where it changed dramatically, my
Yeah.
faith, my faith in myself,
Mm.
this my faith towards boxing,
Okay.
um, like because right now I'm like 230.
Yeah.
That's the heaviest I've been. That's the heaviest because of this pandemic. It's 230. That's the heaviest I've been. I'm heavyweight now.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm like, wow, oh man, but it's for me to get back in shape and go back. If I want to get back in that ring, get back in shape. I gotta drop them pounds. I gotta drop them. I
Right.
gotta let that go. Or either I'm gonna be fighting heavyweight, you know,
Mm. Mm.
and I'm kind of small for that,
Right. Right.
kind of small. So I don't know, but I mean, it's a blessing just to talk to you, speak the folks in Africa.
Right.
Listen, you listen. Me and Rob talk about this. I thought the band came to Africa, man. Oh my God! I thought the band came out there. You don't know how bad I want to come out there. I want to see
Right.
where I came from, where my ancestors came from. I want to see that.
You
I
you
love
you
Africa.
you should come. Because
Yeah.
a lot of us, like I'm saying, we've watched how you fought. You fight. Some of your fights, we've had opportunity to see some of your fights, and it's always
Listen,
on
listen.
TV.
When I fought Jaffe, for the IBF,
Okay.
Intercontinental, that he from Africa. That boy, whew, strong, strong, yo. He is strong. He like a damn wall. He won't go. He like built like he's a wall because yo, you can't like sometimes you have trouble knocking a wall down. He's a wall, and he's skinny, but yo, he's strong. He's a
Right.
strong dude, strong
Right.
individual. And I know he's from Africa, and
Hmm.
I know it's gonna be a tough fight. I know it's gonna be a tough fight. I said, yo, let me just prepare for this to go the distance because I know I'm not knocking him out. I know for a fact. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I really truly I didn't know he was that damn strong though. To be honest, I didn't
Oh,
know. I didn't
okay.
know until I was hitting him. He kept coming. I'm like, what the? What the? I'm hitting him. What's the shot? I'm hitting him, cracking him. Bow, bow, bow. Kept coming. I said, yo, he tough. He tough.
Yeah, I understand. Now let's talk a little bit about the family that you find yourself in. I mean, the Judah family,
Right.
where you are a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Zab is a boxer, and your other brother, Josiah is also
Josiah,
boxer.
yeah, yeah,
The family, like you said, is a
yeah.
boxing family.
About the family. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
basically, for each one teach one. A lot of we got. First of all, Zab is not the oldest. Zab is behind me. I'm older than Zab. So basically,
Okay.
what I'm trying to say is that I have an older brother named Blizz Ariel. He's the head honcho, and a lot of times we were like, the head honcho is like number one. So growing up, he was like him and my dad was my idol. I wanted to be like my father and be like my brother. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, because he was the oldest. And I wanted to always impress him, but he didn't know that though. My brother didn't know that. My brother didn't know that. But
Right.
but he's the oldest. Dad and my other Josiah, and I got two other little brothers named Mikey and Joseph. Matter of fact, Joseph fights I'm not sure about. He also fight either today Friday. He either fight today or he fight tomorrow. He fighting in
Okay.
Mexico.
Oh wow.
Joseph
Okay.
Judah. Yeah, Joseph Judah. He's fighting in Mexico. Yeah,
Okay. 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 Great.
and
Great.
he's the baby out of all the brothers. He the baby. He the youngest.
Oh,
He the
okay.
youngest. Yeah, he the youngest. Yeah.
All right. I wanted to ask that. I mean, the family you come from, does it put some kind of pressure on you when you mount the ring? Because definitely.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell what? Yo? Hell what? Hell yeah! Listen, my brother. Listen, the reason why I put pressure on me because yo, it's like I ain't gonna front. Growing up in the house, growing up in Flatbush in a house
Right.
with a bunch of brothers. Listen,
Mm.
man. If Zab caught a first round knockout, Zab would tell me, "Yo, D, go get a first round knockout." I caught a second round knockout, go get a first round knockout, D. I'm like, damn, like you gonna do me like that? Like you gonna throw me under the bus? Like, or anything, or if Zab get a knockout, Zab get a D. Why you ain't knock the kid out? Why you knock him out? He said, yo, he was to have stopped that kid. He said, you playing games. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I can't. You can't win. You can't
Yeah.
win. And then
Yeah.
my dad come in the conversation, and my dad just be going up to like, yo, I told you to go to the body. I told you to bring my head to the head, and he said you could stop the kid. If you listen to me. I'm like, it's so much pressure. But then again, it's like but then again, when you look at it again, like you know
Mm.
what, they right. Both
Right.
of them is right. What
Right.
they're telling me, they right.
Right. Right.
They right. So, but I mean, I'm 43.
Mm.
Who knows if I'm gonna go back in the ring? I had surgery in my back.
Okay.
I want to go back in the ring, but who knows? I don't know.
Okay.
I moved from New York. I'm in Florida. You know,
Okay.
it was just to be here with my son. When I saw they was killing kids, when I saw that the United States was allowing people or just I'm gonna say police to kill black kids, I came down here for my son. I didn't
Wow.
care no more. I said, yo,
Wow.
I said, forget New York. My son's
Mm.
16, 17, whatever. He need me
Mm.
to be there in his corner,
Wow.
no matter what.
Wow.
So when
Wow.
they was killing black kids, I said,
Mm.
yo, my son's not gonna be a victim at all.
Mm. Mm.
No,
Mm.
no offense to who son passed away. My heart goes out to the family. My
Mm.
condolences, everything. But at the end of the day, I came down here to rescue for my son. My son, I love him. I want him to keep doing good and live his life. Let a kid be a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Police,
Right.
police killing kids, young adults for nothing. Come on, man.
Mm.
That's
Oh,
unheard
oh,
of. That right
oh.
there, I don't condone at all.
Right.
I
Right.
don't.
Man, hey, man,
Yeah.
like you just said something that really touched me. I come on, I wish you're my father, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but yeah,
oh man,
it's a good,
it
it's a
just
good,
it. Let me tell
good
you
feeling.
what. I'm gonna tell you what,
Yeah,
brother. My dad was there for me. He was there
right.
for me and my brothers. My dad, my mom was
Mm,
there. I had a real family. But
mm,
but they will put pressure on you because they want you to do good. They want you to do good better
mm,
than them. They
right.
want you to keep the name alive. They want you to
Mm,
do when you do good for yourself first, for yourself, and then for the family. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
now we got kids. We do it for the kids first.
Right. Right.
First, we do it for God. You know what I'm saying? God Almighty. For anything, that's God. God first. Everything else comes second.
Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
So, 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 so,
Word.
so do you think we will see you back? I mean, in the ring again? That's the question that like, um,
I would love to. I listen. My dad. Listen. My dad. I spoke to my dad, right, and my dad was like, "Daniel, I got fights coming up, December X, Y, and Z." He gave me a date, and he got, my dad got a couple of fights or whatever. But I didn't tell him I'm thinking about getting back in the ring. I do want to
mm,
get back in the ring, but I want to get back in the ring and do the right thing.
right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I wanna, I
Mm,
wanna, I wanna fight. I wanna fight. Not. I need some tune-ups. I need tune-ups, man. I need like at
mm,
least two tune-ups, three tune-ups.
mm.
Get some tune-ups, and yo, we fight the big fights.
Big. Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? You gotta
Right.
get. You gotta listen. You gotta crawl before you walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm.
Right.
I'm I got. I mean, I've been out the ring for a minute. I ain't fight since when 2016. I got to come back, man. But I can't come back with no contender right now. Give me a journeyman. Give me like two or three journeymans.
Mm,
And yo, next thing you know, I fight a contender. I'll be ready to fight a contender. Put it like that. I know I will because I'm away from New York. I'm not saying New York is the problem, but my mind. My mindset is different. I'm away from New York. I'm down here in Florida, and it's more. I want more now. I want my own. Put it like that. I want my own. I'm not around my family. My family's in New York. I got family down here, but my family's in uh um Tampa. Where we at? I got family here in Florida, but they're not my immediate family. They're like my cousins, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But hold on, I gotta charge this damn phone. This phone about to die. My phone about to die. Hold on, give me a second. Damn.
Okay. Guys, we're on the we're talking with Daniel Judah, I mean, the senior brother of Zab Judah, and we're getting to know him more and more. And yeah, it's been amazing having him on the show, especially one of the guys that have dedicated a lot of his life to the sport of boxing. And like you've heard from him, I mean, he's even ready to go. He just needs some few clean-up fights, and then who knows? Maybe his dream of becoming a world champion can come to. You never know. Uh, uh, okay,
I'm back.
so
Yeah.
great. Right. So, dude, I mean, for the many African fans that will tune in to watch, and will watch this video after we are done. I mean,
Hmm.
what would you like to tell them?
I would like to tell them, first and foremost, thank God that we made it this far
Right.
with this vaccine going on.
Mm.
Don't do no vaccines. Don't get vaccinated because it's not worth it. They I ain't gonna say they want to kill us, but then again they wanna use us as guinea pigs, and we're not guinea pigs. We're nobody guinea pigs. No, the pandemic. Everybody be safe and sound. I love you guys. I want to come
Right.
out there to see Africa, and
Right.
just be safe, man. Be
Right.
safe and just believe, man. We'll get over this. We'll get over this. We
Right.
we the strongest culture in the nation.
Mm.
There's no other culture like being black, African American,
Mm.
or just African. It don't matter. We all brothers, man. I love every last one of you guys.
Right. We really appreciate your time, Zab.
I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, Daniel, and we hope to catch up on you. And anytime that you want to hop on to say something to the African fans, come on, you got us. Just send us a message.
Thank you, man. I will. I will. Most definitely. Definitely. All right.
All right. All right. Thanks.
Appreciate
All
it.
right.
Thank
Okay.
you. You got
Thank
it.
you. All right, guys. My guest on the show was Daniel Judah, and like, man, I'm super excited. I mean, I think it's always a good feeling talking to a legend, and hopefully we'll get to have him on the show. That's when anytime that he wants, like, because the platform is for him. Anytime that he hits us up that he wants to link up with his African fans, we will definitely give it to him. And yeah, we hope that one day he'll also visit Africa and reconnect with his ancestors. Guys, if you haven't jumped onto the YouTube, kindly jump on it and subscribe as soon as possible. And thank you for following us on Twitter, Instagram, and then on Facebook. There's a big show happening in Nigeria, Snapper Boxers, and then LPMG. They're back from the States and then in Nigeria. And so anybody or everybody in Nigeria should try and pass through Lagos and have a very good boxing. Manu Planche is currently there with his trainer, Coach Latte, and a few of them. So, guys, it's been amazing having you guys all. Hopefully, we'll be back here next week with another legend, and we'll get to talk to him, and he will connect him back. We'll connect him back with the fans in Africa. Until then, have a very good evening. And when you say a prayer, say one for us too.